Hey everybody, Mr. Jake here for another fun episode of Uke Time. And today we're not only going to be playing the old-timey favorite, You Are My Sunshine, but we're also going to be learning a new version of our yellow chord. The yellow chord, if you don't remember, uses three fingers, three for G, and that's why this chord is called a G7. Now the 7 there, don't let that throw you off. What that means is we're going to be moving one note down two spaces. This yellow one right here, we're going to move down, bum, bum, down to where the blue is. So this is going to be a blend of a yellow and a blue chord. And I'm going to show you how to make that right now. Okay, so get your pointer finger ready. We're going to put it down first. It goes on that blue dot. I know blue isn't G, but we're going to use it for this G, for the G7. Now the middle goes across to the farther yellow, but not as far as blue. It's closer. And then the ring is going to sit down on the little yellow that's hiding underneath my middle finger. So you should have what looks like an arrow pointing up. If we connect the dots here, it looks like a triangle with the point pointing up. Usually our G points down towards the body of the ukulele, but in this case it's pointing up. And so let's do that again. Get those fingers used to this position. Pointer on the blue, middle across to yellow, and then ring sits down on yellow too. Let's listen to how this sounds. It sounds kind of unfinished. It sounds like kind of tangy or twangy. I've heard it described as jazzy, because jazz uses a lot of sevens. I've also heard it as dusty sounding or old. And those are all great words, however you remember that sound. But what I think about is I think about this as a harmony problem. It doesn't sound like you can hang out on it. It doesn't sound finished. We finish it by going to where it wants to go, and that is back to C. And I want you to try to sing it like this. G7 back to C. Did everybody see how I moved my finger up there from the yellow dot where it was? Ring finger slides up to red, and all of a sudden I'm home at red again. That's another great reason to use G7. If we go back to G7, pointer on the blue, middle across, ring finger sits underneath. I want you to sing it with me again. G7 back to C. That's just like singing our musical alphabet. Sol, fa, mi, re, do. We're going from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's really a countdown. And as it does that, G7, pointer on the blue, middle to the yellow, ring sits down. G7 back to C. It sounds like a great way to end. And that's exactly what G7 does. It wants to bring us back home to red. And it has a very strong pull to get us go down there and to turn our ears back towards our home note. So as we play through You Are My Sunshine, we're going to see G7 at the very end. Until then, it's red and blue, so follow along and get ready on red. Here it comes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You start on red. You stay on red. Across to, that's right, blue. Blue, and back to, that's right, red. Back over to, that's right, blue, and back to, that's right, red. Now here's our ending. It's a red and G7 back to red. So let's try it together. It's a red G7, slide down that ring, middle goes across, pointer on the blue. G7, and then slide back to red. There's our ending. Let's try one more verse. Ready? Start on red. You start on red. You stay on red. Across to blue. And back to red. Across to blue, and back to red again. Here's our ending. It's a red G, that's right, slide it down, G7 and red. Do you see how at home you feel after going from that G7 back to red? That's what I've heard the most. From G7 to red, it feels like going home again. So I hope you enjoy this down homey song, and I hope you enjoy practicing that new G7 chord that will make it that much more satisfying to go home to red. Practice up, and I'll see you for another fun episode on next Uke Time. Bye, everybody!